Matty, what can you tell us about Matthew Egan's main strengths as a coach?
I only got to know him really well this year, Simon, but one thing he is, he's a great communicator. So I think that all his backs he has a fantastic relationship with, and I think that he isn't a ranter or a raver, but he just explains in his strong way what he expects and demands of his defence, and I think so. He's a real good people's person, brilliant communicator, manages people pretty well, and he's run training most of the year, with the drills that are run. So only 32 years of age, but he's got a pretty experienced head on his shoulders.
As a player, you were in a similar situation to the players of today back in 2007 when Kevin Sheedy's departure was announced. He, of course, stayed on and coached the remainder of the season. But what do you recall about that time and how difficult it was and what you did to get through it?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, Simon, because Kevin did coach on, and you could sense that I think there was one stage where he was having an interview with the Melbourne Footy Club while he was still coaching the Bombers. So it got a little bit messy, I must admit, towards the end. But this is a totally different situation where James has departed straight away. So it's not easy. I think all players handle it differently. So you'll see some affected for the worst, and you'll see some that'll blossom because other guys get opportunities in the sides with a change of coach, but others will fall out of it. So I think that's where Job and Heppel and Goddard and those guys become really important to keep the group together and try and get something out of the last 3 weeks.
They play the Gold Coast this weekend, so maybe not a bad time for an interstate trip, but what are the main dangers that the Suns possess?
Yeah, I think that where they've been poor throughout the year was their effort hadn't been great. So you can have all the talent in the world, but if your effort's not there, means nothing. So I think they've really picked up their tackling pressure, their ability to score has improved, and I think that they're guys like Tom Lynch. I think he's one of the best young forwards in the game. I think Stephen May. So their bookends are quite good. It's just that midfield depth where they've probably lacked through all their injuries. So I think, as I probably say every week, if the Bombers midfield can get on top early, I think it's a game the Bombers can definitely win.
Certainly be a big morale boost. Hopefully we can review a win early next week. Lloydie, thanks a lot for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Simon.